Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, I don't even really think this is really a question. Just, I guess we could sit there and get into it. General Hospital Lexi being recast with Kate from Days of Our Lives, formerly known as Abby. I want to know what everyone thinks. I want to know what everyone thinks. Now, of course, we're going to be sitting here talking about all the soaps, GH, Days, B&B, Y&R, GH, B&B, Y&R, and Days of Our Lives. I was like, there's one I'm missing. I don't know what everyone's thoughts are. What's good, Gemini? Thank you for joining. Yes, that's right. Hit the like button as a way, when you're coming in. Um, Definitely hit that like button. Now, Gemini says, who's Willow's father? That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I want to sit there and ask somebody in the chat, see if we can figure that out. Sean is in the chat. The amazing Mel is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Makai is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Makai? So yeah, Lexi is being recast with Kate. Now, it's kind of weird because I've seen pictures of Kate and she is a lot older than the woman that played Lexi, than Lexi. So I don't know what that's about. Uh, I don't know. Dave was good. Makai, I figure you would. Now, mind that stuff for a hot minute, right? Some of this is a little kind of weird because technically speaking, the actress that plays Christina, it looks very young. Um, I don't know if she should be that young compared to Michael. I mean, they don't really do the ages right. So they might actually have something going with them. Gemini says Dex podcast telling Sonny that Willow's in the hospital. He is scared that Sonny will take him out for snitching. Big Samuel's in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Samuel. I was hoping you was going to be in the chat tonight. I was hoping you was going to be in the chat tonight. What's good, Shauna? Shauna says, I'm so mad at messing Nina. Now, no, Sonny will target Ned. Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, Makai says, Elena says, shut up, Victoria. Yeah, I was like, oh. I don't know where this little false bravado comes in from. I'm like, boo, you're a child. You're acting like a child. Gemini says I was scared. I was coming out to TV today watching GH. Which part? Queen in the South is in the chat. The Queen has arrived. How you doing tonight? Shana says Trina and Spencer hard headed. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it. Seaman says Elena went all the way to LA and didn't even shake the damn table. I should tell you the truth, I'm surprised she did anything. I'm like, boo, you literally cheated on Nate not that long ago. And you have the audacity to come there and pour water on him? I'm like, how old are you? Gemini says, wait, Sonny has Rick looking into who snitched on Carly and Joe. Yeah. Laura B's in the chat. What's good, Laura B? Shauna says Carly and Jocelyn already putting their heads together. Well, of course, you are the queen. Now I gotta sit there and make sure the queen is doing good. And what's good, Laura B? Now, poor thing, Samuel. I did actually sided with Nina today. I did actually side with Nina today. Carly and Michael should have told Nina that Willow was in a hospital. She shouldn't have had to hear it from one of Sonny's henchmen. She should have literally heard it from Carly or Michael. And when Nina did come in and Jocelyn was not there giving her a stank look, I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Simon says it would have been better if Elena figured out and set Victoria up, but this is why Elena needs to go. I'm so sick of her. Gemini said Tracy will prove Ned is innocent. Good. Ariana is in the chat. What's good, Ariana? How you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining. Blackmon is in the chat. What's good, Blackmon? Bobby says I miss the soaps today. Anything good? Oh, General Hospital was good today. General Hospital was good today. General Hospital was fire today. I love General Hospital. It was literally firing on all cylinders. I don't get to sit there and say that too often, so I definitely want to sit there and say that. Joshua's in the chat. What's good, Joshua? Julie's in the chat. What's good, Julie? Julie said people always note that Jocelyn has Carly's output. At least Carly earned her way in life. Jocelyn is just an entitled ponytail princess. Oof. Terrell's in the chat. This is why I sit there and say hit the like button. Um, let's everyone give Terrell a warm welcome. I'm doing good, Blackmon. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Joan says she's just about 10 kinds of awful. Terrell says, I completely respect your decision to recast the role of Christina. It's too early to tell if the fandom will accept her in a brand new role or she will flop. Yes, I'm more than welcome to sit there and give her a try, give her a try. Yes, let's everyone say what's up to Terrell. Thank you for joining. Josh said, I'm doing good. Simon says, this is the problem with the character of Carly. I'm being serious, so hear me out. The writers are way too invested in letting Carly just constantly play God and skates over everything. Hmm. Well, like I said, Simon, and I, I gotta think about that. But like I said today, I wouldn't sit there and say like I shamed Carly, but I was more just like she should have told Nina about Willow being in the hospital. What's good, Denise? Thank you for joining. Graham's TV's in the chat. What's good, Graham's TV? Ron is in the chat. Big Ron, how you doing tonight? Darby's in the chat. What's good, Darby? Anita is in the chat. What's good, Anita? It's, I don't know. I wouldn't sit there and say everything, but I would have to really sit there and think about those instances. Um, to really sit there and kind of agree or disagree with you on that. I just know personally today, it was like, you know, the amazing and gorgeous Janet is in this chat. What's good, Janet? Sheree J says, Brina have made me sick today. Well, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't use the word sick. I would just sit there and say it was kind of stupid that he just kind of, hung out there as long as he did. Um, Ariana says, I don't feel like Carly or Michael owe me anything. Well, Ariana, usually I would sit there and agree with that. But as a courtesy, it would have been nice. It would have been more than nice. Even still, as a mother, Carly should have said something. She should have told Nina about her daughter, being in the hospital. I get that. My whole thing is, I get that they have issues, but I'm like, come on, seriously, you can't put that aside for 5 minutes. Janet said, "Oh, great, glad it's Thursday." Well, Janet, I'm glad that you are in the chat. Lord B says Nina was not informed about Willow. Yeah, no, she wasn't. And Carly should have had the decency to say something. What's good, Valerie? Thank you for joining. Oh, okay. Hey, I gotta check it out. Someone said GH has a heart. Are you gonna sit there and say GH has a hard one for Carly or something? Denise says, I agree, Albert. Carly should have said something to Nina. She deliberately walked away knowing Nina was in the hospital. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty foul. That's pretty foul. Someone says GH has a hard time with checks and balances when it comes to some characters. Yeah, I mean I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But Terrell says many GH fans still haven't accepted Cameron, portrayal Drew. He's a great actor, but why do they hate him so? You know, honestly, tell you the truth, Terrell, I agree with you on that. I agree with that. I don't have a personal problem against Drew or Cameron as that. Drew said to be fair, if they told that Nina would come charging in the hospital, stuff Willow out with overbearing my daughter vibes. Nina has no child. I agree with that, but I agree with how she would act. But in all fairness, I'm going to stand by that one. I do feel like at the very least she should have said something, and she did, and that's you know. Anita says hopefully if they bring in a new Christina, then she has a good story coming with her because why? Yeah, and yeah, I agree with that. Ariana says we can agree. Of course we can, Ariana. You know that. Ron says Albert so Elena told cheater Nate to go to hell. See, the problem with that, Ron, is that she cheated as well. It's literally, kettle meets black. So he says, yeah, I agree. Well, I didn't know him as Ryan, but I do think he's doing a good job. Julie says Nino makes everything about her. She really would make Willow flatline just to get away from her. Damn. Samuel says, and as much as I ride for Nina, I don't like her feeling guilty for giving Carly what she deserves. I just want Nina to go hard with no remorse, with or without Sonny. Hold on. Hmm. Yeah, no, I don't know about all that, but no, we can agree to disagree with that. Dion Corner is in the chat. Mr. Dion Corner himself is in this chat. Let's everyone say what's up to Dion Corner. How you doing tonight? Now, Dion says so disappointed recast Lexi. It's one of those things where I am, but I'm not either. Like they weren't giving her anything to do. What's good, Joyce? They weren't giving her anything to do. That's the problem. They was not giving her anything to do. So, it's one of those things where it's like I'm disappointed as well. On one hand, right with Dion. I'm disappointed. Um, Jay Blue says, "Hey everyone, I'm bummed that they're recasting Christina. I thought Carly would have told Nina about Willow's condition." Willow said, "Nina is pivotal to the information about health." Yes, Jay Blue, you're on point. Ariana says, "I didn't see the episode. The GH happened. The GH did something happen on the fire on the island. Oh, it was good. It was good, Ariana. It was good. Whenever you get a chance, you definitely should watch it." Gemini says Cameron is a cancer survivor, so they are careful with his scenes. Notice he did not do as much fighting as everyone else. I didn't notice that, but I'm glad you did. Siri says either the producers and writers better fix this ish, or the show is going off the air permanently. I don't know about that, but Graham CP says I'm interested in the recast because all I see is Abby when I see her. Yeah, see that's the thing. I came in late to the game with that. Black Cat's in the chat was good, Black Cat. Mr. Bear's in the chat was good, Mr. Bear. And I totally agree with that, Denise. And what the hell? Why is my thing just jumping like there's no tomorrow? Kyrie's is in the chat. How you doing, my friend Kyrie's? Yes, it was excellent today. And just to make sure things don't get out of hand, where the hell are you at? Are you kidding? I don't think I'm ever going to really get fully used to this. Sheree J, just please try to keep it chill in the chat. Um, let's kind of remember why we're here. I know yesterday was getting a little kind of heated, so if you can just keep it chill tonight, I would really appreciate that, Sheree J. Terry said, "Do you think that Days has done a good job of adding some new blood?" Absolutely, absolutely, 100%. Terry says, You're 100% right, Tyrese. She was a badass today. Jonathan is in the chat. Yes, yes, that is very true. Thank you, Janet. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button. Wow. Oh my God, we actually have 44 people in the chat. I did not even see that. Yes, if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button because it like legit does actually help out the channel. We got some new people in here tonight, and I feel like that's because the like button was hit. So I don't know where we are with the like situation, but as the amazing Janet says, hit that like button. All right. Okay, so we got 20 likes. We got 20 likes. We got 46 people. So hit the like button. It really does help. Yes, Gemini, it really does actually help out a lot. It gets people to watch and everything like that. And it recommends it to people. Now Johnson says you're already talking about the big recast. Yes, I had to sit there and do it. Jonathan. Gemini said yes, it does. Thank you, Gemini. Yes, Denise, thank you. Yes, hit that like button's ass. Whoop that like button's ass. Um, hit the like button. It is free. It is actually free. It really is, and it does help me out. Simon says expecting Carly to tell Nina about Willows, like expecting it to snow in hell. But my observation about Carly goes nuts and Void and Jay's chats. Well, yeah, some people did get that. I got that. And, like I said, Samuel, I called it out today. I called it out today. Yeah, it really does help. But I called it out today. Um, listen, and and that's the thing, Sam. You know how much I do not like Nina. Anita says I would have been surprised if Carly would have said anything to Nina. The rivalry is deep, and yeah, don't seem to get it. Now Mel says slowing up in the big mouth about Eric and Nicole. Yeah, but the thing is, Mel, I'm gonna give her a bit of a pass because I guess I'm assuming that she did know about it. You know, my whole thing is just like Nicole is such a damn hypocrite. It's not even funny. I'm like, there's a lot of people in town that don't like her. Nicole, there's a lot of people in town that don't like you either. What is your point? Justin says, I'm sad about Lexi leaving. I'm looking forward to seeing Kate take on the role. Yeah, if she's actually good, I'm not gonna lock it. Oh, and this is so much better than what I had before. Eric Hanna says, yes, whoop that like button's ass. Yes, it really does help. Tracy Steves is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining us. Cherie Jew says Spencer and Trina are the newest Chuck and Sarah. Who's Chuck and Sarah? Is that from that show, Chuck? Shauna says Albert is Crimson in the Metro Courts under Aurora. Or the new Homer and Marge. Well, I just know that it was dumb for them to sit there and just be waiting. Simeon says, I actually know that Nina is wrong on some occasions, but I don't need her to have consequences when Carly doesn't. If they were evenly primate, I would be okay with both characters. Okay. Um, you don't need her to have consequences because you feel that Carly doesn't have consequences. feel like I need another drink to sit there and dissect that whole sentence. like, like on some real. I'm glad you're doing good, Tracy. Um, Camilla says they need a DNA test on that. Yeah, they do. Bobby says, okay, watching today's GH now. It was good. It was good. You can sit there and go back and forth, if you want. Kind of a skewed vision. Well, maybe it's not a skewed vision, but um, Chris says, to be honest, Rachel is the worst child character currently on Days. Canvas, she's too obsessed with getting her parents, Brady and Kristen, back together. Just like Move, the Parent Trap. Yeah. Johnson says, I think Kate is really going to bring some fire to the role of Christina, especially when she finds out that. Oh my God, yes. You are so right. Um, Janice, yeah, it actually really was bad. It really was. Ridge is just getting on my nerves. He's just going like repeat at this time at this point. Last day, what's good, my friend? Last day is in the chat, killing it with his channel, getting better views than I am. I cannot be more prouder. Sammy says, I would say on Why Not Phyllis and Sharon both got a fair share of their own medicine. It's not as if one is favored or the other. That's the problem with GH. And I just love how it just freezes like there's no tomorrow. Queen Nakisha is in the chat. GH was so good today. Helena is still is evil from yes. I swear to Flora Flora is in the chat. Says I don't believe that Nicole is pregnant by Eric too soon. It will be EJ. You think so? Also, let's give a warm welcome to Flora. I'm hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If you are new to the chat, I do tend to butcher people's names. So thank you for joining, Flora. Shree J says, so to the people out there, what do you think is going to happen to Springer? They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They are going to be fine. Tamara's in the chat. What's good, Tamara? See? You see why I sit there and say hitting that like button really does help? Like, it's no joke. It generally does actually help. It's not even just a YouTube thing to say. We already got I think we got 4 new people in this chat. By the way, I am hoping I'm saying your name right. Well, it says yes. Very happy about that. By the way, Flora, I am well, you can ask anybody in the chat. I'm pretty terrible with names, so awesome. Very happy about that. Johnson says, is it being rumored that there might be a love triangle between Josh, Dex, and Christina? That would be interesting. You know, it would have been interesting before with the old actress. Now, I don't know. Uh, Kyrie says Elena and Nate from most boring to most interesting. I don't care if I'm Team Elena all the way. Victoria is a huge downgrade from Elena on every physical level, and Victoria doesn't care about anyone. Damn. Daisy Flowers in the chat. What's good, Daisy Flower? Cat Lady's in the chat. What's good, Cat Lady? Terrell says, how do you feel about Camilla leaving her own G? It's weird. It make on some level, Somebody said it best. Somebody was like, not everyone can be the next Erica Kane. You know, not everyone can be the next Erica Kane. And I know some people want to sit there and do stuff. Um, I'm fine with it. I am. I think she had a really good run. I think a lot of people enjoyed her work. They enjoyed her. And you know what they say, nothing can last forever. But how do you feel about it, Terrell? Terrell? Dolly's in the chat. What's good, Dolly? Dolly says that's some lazy writing. Christine and Josh hopping on the same people. Yeah, but for some odd reason, I'm oddly kind of okay with it. Now, Daisy Flower said let Christina have her own storyline. That's true. I think that is probably the problem. Why I'm not even really too upset about them recasting. Lastly says I'm good after B&B was boring or repetitive. Riz, stop trying to push your. Yes, yes. Last day, yes. I said the exact same thing. Samuel says Elena is so effing black. If you ain't gonna slap Victoria and Nate, why do you even go there? So she can sit there and show that she's some sort of strong woman. This isn't like an offense to anyone that any offense to like women or anything like that. But also, she's a hypocrite. Paul is in the chat. She's bi. And how you doing tonight, Paul? I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you. Black Mud says if Kate brings fire to Christina like she did when she played Abby on Days of Our Lives, then watch out, she will knock it out the park. She won an Emmy on Days. Okay, I'm with it. Now, that is something, well, I'll probably do it in the chat. Anita says, I don't know the new Christina, but from what everyone's saying, she's going to bring the drama. Lexi didn't seem to have much fire anymore. She also didn't seem like she didn't have much of anything. She didn't have much of a damn story. Yeah, Dolly, I was too. But I didn't know her that much though. Terrell says, again, nobody can replace Erica Kane except for G.H. Carly. Jillian's in the chat. What's good, Jillian? Now, Joshua says, Kate actually had a similar look to Nancy, who played Alexis, so the recast is pretty good. I'm very, very, very curious. Oh my God, we actually have 60 people in the chat. Hit that like button. Really does help. I'm not joking. It really does help. Now, let me ask. Well, of course not Daisy Fly, but that's the whole thing, though. It's one of those. Well, that's what I was saying. No one can be like Erica Kane as far as her staying on there, as far as longevity. Not everyone's going to be the next Erica Kane or next Jack Abbott or next Victor Newman or any other person that's been on that. Marsha, 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 Marsha. How you doing tonight? Honestly, tell you, I do actually love have you in the chat, but I also love something they're saying that Samuel says, but they weren't even ready for Christina. Why are they recast and we barely saw her? Well, yes, and that's the thing. That's the thing, Samuel. That's why I was kind of like, whatever. Blackmon says 60 people. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you, Blackmon. That's why I was kind of okay with it. Yes, you are in the house, and I love something they're saying. Autumn. That is Autumn, right? Autumn says, "Hey, what do you think is going to happen to Sonny and Nina when Nina finds out that she's going to kick it? He's going to kick her to the curb, as he should." And also, give Autumn a warm welcome. Thank you for joining. And yes, Shauna, it is a wrap. Shauna said it best. It is a wrap. It's going to be a wrap, then some. See, that's why I said hit the like button. Digiflow said Christina is going to be Molly Surrogate. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, on one hand, it does give her more story, but also, really, I don't know. I just Terrell said, "Do you think all the soaps would have scrap writers during the ongoing? Do you think that all the soap would have hired scrap writers during the ongoing strike? Can they actually do that? That's a really good question. I don't know if they actually can do that." Autumn says, "Thank you for the wall welcome, everyone." Autumn, this is how we do it Monday through Friday. So, um, get used to that warm welcome and get used to all the crazy fun that we're gonna have. And also, I hope I actually said your name right. That is very true, Shauna. He does hate a snitch. And Daisy Plus says Nina wants to go to the island. Yeah, when she found out that Sonny was all like, hmm, oh, you kidding me, right? Oh, I actually can't keep up with the chat. Okay, good, good, good. I'm just checking because I always sit there and let people know when they come into my chat, I'm really bad with chats. I mean, I'm really bad with names. Now, Laura B says, is it official that, because I feel like it's a rumor at this point, Laura B. Cat Lady says, so Sonny said the exact same thing Ava said he would say. When somebody messes one of us, yeah. Jay Carly's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Jay Carly? Jay Carly says, are they going to give New Christina a storyline, or are they going to do her like Valerie? Yeah, and that was the problem. See, that was the problem, Jay Carly. That's why I didn't really care that much, if she was on there or not, because they didn't, I mean, that they're recasting, because they didn't do anything with her. They really didn't, and I feel like that was such a shame. But of course, I know Cat Lady likes her many characters, but they have too many damn people on the show. Paul says Victor is leaving. Mm. Well, you know what they do with villains. I'll say that much. Curry says Nina gonna see short man temper like never before. Are you kidding? Johnson says they wouldn't waste Kate talents like that. You sure about that, Jonathan? Listen, we are talking about General Hospital. We are talking about General Hospital now. Jillian says Chanel on days is so naive. She's falling for anything. She's the maxi of days. Oh, she's the maxi of days. Damn. Damn, Jillian. Double C's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining. And Valerie says, how tall is Sunny LOL? I feel like, well, I feel like Sunny's taller than me. Now Paula says, geez, Victor Cass, Charles is already, yeah. Yeah. that is very true. Cat lady, yeah. Yeah. I like to sit there I know you somewhat well. So I think I like to sit there and say I know you somewhat well. Samuel says I'm tired of Victor and all his um Phantom of the Opera. Renee Thompson is in the chat. Let's get Renee. And could you go any slower? Jesus Christ. Yes, it is true, Double C. It is actually true. Sheree Drew says, Albert, I think soap operas need to come up with brand fresh new villains, not like to. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that, Sheree J. I 100% agree with that, Sheree J. Very good point. Um, yeah, I agree with that. Therese says, what's your first impression on the new RJ? It's very hard to say because we didn't really get to see him do much. I think that's kind of the issue. It's like all we see is Ridge, just da 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 da. You should sit there and join because you should sit there and join. Yeah, Sammy, that's taller than me. You should sit there and join, Creative Foresters. It's like we're not getting much from him, and he's been there for like 5 days. And I'm not just saying he's supposed to be in a crazy storyline, but it's very hard to read his character. He seems very. I don't want to sit there and say Mary Sue, but he's very middle road. He wants to avoid drama and stuff, which is fine, but eh, they're not really giving him much to actually do. So it's very hard to sit there. When he actually does get into some stuff, then I think I can have a better assessment. Double C says, "Could you go any slower?" That's I'm literally sitting there trying to highlight comments, and it's like Sarah says, "Have you ever watched Soulstud or not from the U.S.?" Now, I want to, Terrell. One day I will, when I actually do have more time. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, I've heard like EastEnders and all sorts of stuff like that is like really cool to watch. So I really do want to watch like other soap operas. I actually want to sit down and watch telenovas. And thank you for bringing it up. Actually, I want to watch is telenovas. Samuel says villains don't have to be outlandish and theatric. Janice says he doesn't look like he fits in appearance wise. Really? Janet, I don't know. I do get the sense that like maybe it's just me, but I feel like he does look like Ridge or the actor that plays Ridge. Denise says summer is delusional, yet people will be shocked and relieved to see Phyllis, but then once the dust settles, they will be furious with her scamming and lies. Yeah. Now, Gemini says something that I can 100% agree with. Gemini says Spanish social is sexy as F and everyone is beautiful. Well, I mean, yeah, Gemini, that is the second reason why I would love to watch it, but I want to get into telenova stuff. I do. Hell, I wish I could. Listen, the plan one day is to do this full time, and I can actually put in stuff like telenovas and stuff, and um, like the UK soaps. Trust me, Gemini, I am right there. How DC always talks about um a lot of these other soaps that I haven't heard of that I want to watch. Renee Thompson says Nina isn't the best person, but not telling her that her child is on the brink of death. Thank you, Renee Thompson. Yes, I 100% agree with that. And that's the thing. It's one of those things where it's like, now Dolly says you should watch Hollyoaks, however, it is total mess. Yes, I really want to watch that show, Dolly, for so many reasons. One, I love a good British accent. I really do. And two, I want to watch that show. Hold on, hold on. Where's my pen at? I want to write that down. One day I want to get this damn thing fixed. Uh, Jalen says some people think RJ is up to something that it's the real reason he came back to town. That would be interesting. Now, Jonathan, let me actually write that down. I'll get Johnson says you should definitely check out Desires when you get a chance. Jonathan, what would I do without you? Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, no, Gemini, I have no doubt. Earlier said, yeah, but me too. That's why I love Idris Elba's. I I just love a good. I love a good accent. Ariana said, "Did you say you love an English accent?" I do, but to be fair, I love an accent in general. I love a foreign accent in general. I really love a foreign accent in general. Um, Terrell says you should check out Neighbors, which is going to be rebooted. Home Away, both Neighbors. You know, I've so let me just type that in. I looked at a little bit, little bit of it, and it does actually seem pretty crazy. Krista's in the chat. Was good, Krista? Nikisha, ain't nobody mad at you on that. Aegis Albus is that guy. Aegis Albus is that guy. Dolly said Hollyoaks has so many serial killer storylines. It's just messed up. You know me too well, Dolly. You know me too well. Um, Renee says Joss makes me sick. She wasn't this mad at Sonny after he called Icy. Yeah, it's all ass backwards, Renee. Trust me. I 100% agree with you on that. Yeah, Jim, I think it was either you or somebody said that they're comparing Chanel to Maxi. Jesus Christ. Compare Chanel to Maxi. Oof, like I'm drinking this a little bit too fast. And also, I'm getting kind of sad. Chat, worry down here. Mr. Bear says there's so many different things to watch on cable and the internet that writers should be scared to strike. Uh, well, you know what? We had that talk yesterday about that, and yeah, I'm not planning on doing that again. Kyrie says, I'm just happy Maxie is still single. Terrell says, will the writer strike affect the daytime Emmys? Yes, I believe it will. I believe it will. Mel says, I want Adam to get back. Christina from Nick. Oh, Christian from Nick to live with Connor and her sister. Barbie says, I agree, Justin's attitude doesn't make sense out there. No, it doesn't. It's very ass backwards. The one and only Jess is in the chat, aka my favorite. How you doing tonight, Jess? That's right, Jess. You're still my favorite today. Paul says, "What happened to Spinelli?" That's a damn good question. I think we just kind of we just all forgot about that. Darby says, "Is it me or every third commercial is a bald head shaver? Is my television trying to tell me?" Darby's in the chat. Did I say hi to you, Darby? Jess says this episode pissed me off with the amount of stupid people. Um, yeah, but it was more. It was more. Um, Trina and Spencer, and I'm not saying that stupid name. But yeah, Jess, you're still my favorite, so I hope you're okay with that. Dolly says, as much as I hate to admit it, Chanel is kind of maxi. All right, I'm just checking, Darby. I'm just checking. You know, I gotta sit there and give you your greetings when you come in. Just as Trina and Spencer stood there chatting for like hours, like what? I said, well, if you watch my review, you know I said the same thing. I love how Jess just totally ignored that comment on Me calling her a favorite. Me, my favorite. Denise, you are awesome. Oh my God, Denise. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Denise. Thank you, Denise. You are amazing. Nonsense. Why is everyone in chat so surprised at Nate's action? He's really disgusting. If oh, Ron, never lose that energy. And thank you again, Denise. Um, Billy says people forget how much stuff is actually written. I remember watching the closing credits. Yeah, it's definitely going to affect a lot of stuff. Denise, it's my pleasure. Just feel like giving back to the community. Denise, I am blessed to actually have you in this community. If I've not told you that enough. Denise is awesome. Julian says, I'm surprised Maxie has stayed single for this long. She is down when it comes to men. That's why she's still single. That's why she's single. Gloria's in the chat. Was good, Gloria? Johnson says, funny how Chanel is being compared to Maxie because Kristen Stone was the OG Bella. Paul says, I'm just glad they are finally ending the ice storyline after 40 years. This, though it was a weather machine originally. Yes, that is very true. Jess says the fight scene with Anna, Drew, and Laura was ridiculously stupid. Wow, Jess, you gotta kind of lower your expectations when it comes to a soap opera fighting scenes. So yeah, you gotta just gotta lower it a little bit. And Jess is still ignoring my comment. I love it. Double C's Nate is just like his father when he was in town, like father like son. Mel says it was really creepy spying on Sloane's sister like that when it comes to. Well, I mean, you guys have to remember, Clyde or not Clyde. Colin is a POS. Why does it keep? Uh, Jay Carly says everyone may be mad at me today. Trina running around looking for a blanket and then. No, that Jay Carly, no one's mad at you about that. Wall Smith is talking about just how stupid that was. Ron says, as you said, Albert, Elena crying was the same thing when she was with Divine, so she needs to accept it and move on with her life. I just don't like the whole, you know, like come on. Nikisha, I talk a lot of ish about Curtis, but he was fighting was awesome with the guards. I thought, yeah, same. And trust me, Nikisha, it's not like I haven't noticed, and it's not like you're exactly wrong. Um, Mr. Bear says I watched the first 7 episodes of Prison Cell Block H, the Australian show, and it's great. Oh, Mr. Bear. That was the name of that show because I want to write that down. Y'all are giving me some great. Thank you. Well, here's the thing, Jess. Somebody in the chat said something, which she keeps ignoring my comment. But somebody in the chat said something as far as being conscientious of the fact that Drew or the actor, is still a cancer survivor. And I guess they're just like they want to sit there and try to make sure that he's not pushing himself too much, which makes sense. just to kind of answer that question a little bit, because yes, I noticed that too, Jess, but there was an actual reason for that. Paul says, I'm still hoping that the character of Luke isn't dead. Yeah, I don't think that he's going to be dead either. Corey's in the chat. Corey says, is it wrong of me to pray for Josh and Dex to get hit by a bus? No. Because they are characters, and I think they'll be fine. I hope. But yes, Corey. Valerie says, "Oh, while Trina came through knocking that." Yeah, I call her the nanny from hell, but yes. But here's the thing, Valerie. They wouldn't have had to do that if they literally would have, put one foot in the other and moved their asses. Ron says, I'm sure if Audrey were to give in to Nate, he wouldn't think twice because all she does is sleeps around. Damn. I mean, that's my girl got curves, okay? My girl got curves. She can't help it. Mr. Bear says, I missed yesterday's chat. It must have went wild for you from your responses. Oh yeah, Mr. Bear, that's putting it lightly. That's putting it lightly. It was absolute ish fest, to say the least. But Mr. Bear, it was a good experiment on one hand. People still rock with me today. On the other hand, yeah, I ain't doing that again. I ain't doing that again. I'm gonna keep it about the entertainment, about the chill, and everything like that. I'm not doing it again. Nope. No. 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 Also, hit the like button. I don't know where we are with the likes, but hit the like button. It really does actually help. Valerie said, they did. They just stood there like, what are y'all doing? Jillian says Curtis keeps telling me them to go, but they just stand. Yeah, Spencer's like, well, who else is there? You have your baby brother. Move your ass. And then yeah, it was stupid. Corey says, I don't care about the characters. Oh no, no. Yeah, trust me, from that sentence, I get that. Um, which I get. Double C says, I wish Josh and Des were on the train, was on the island, so then. uh, Double C, double C, double C. You have been missed, my friend. You know what? Here's the thing. I still love James' comment yesterday. If anyone was in the chat, if anyone was in JOJ Media's chat, I just love his comment that he said yesterday about me. You know, my buddy James always got to sit there and drag him into something. Kyrie's my friend. Thank you, Kyrie. Kyrie says, welcome to the club, Corey. I want Jocelyn hit by a bus, extension cord, a gun, and Dex is ruined for being defective. So he can get it too. Well, Kyrie's never holds back. That's one of the main reasons I rock with Kyrie's. Ron says, and I don't see what's so good about Nate. Maybe he is good in bed. What do these women see in him? I don't know. His looks, Ron. His looks. Denise says, LOL. Ron, it's just looks. Um, just says, Jack's hate is so unwarranted. Well, let's be honest. Hmm. I think it's more hate with Joss than Dex, and I get that Kyrie doesn't like a snitch or whatever. So, but with Joss, it is definitely warranted. Corey says, "My brother, you get an argument from me," and Jess, my favorite, says, Yeah, I hate Jax when I'm not saying that stupid name started the same way, but okay. It's really odd. I can actually sit there and say, um, I can actually sit there and say I'm okay with sitting there saying Jax, which sounds kind of stupid as well. But I'm more okay with sitting there saying Jax than Sprina. It just sounds. Monique is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to the Monique. Are you kidding? How you doing tonight, Monique? Double C says Dex and Jocks are boring. All they do is have X and talk about Sonny in bed. Oh wow, it's like Josh wants Sonny for herself. Woo. And again, thank you, Carries. Julian says Jocelyn and Michael are both acting like spoiled brats. I 100% agree with that. Monique says Krista is being recasted by the actress that played Abby on Days. That's right. Monique says I'm good at work on a break. Monique, I'm so glad that you are spending your break with us. I appreciate that. I really do. I really, really do. Thank you, Monique. Nikki said Josh and Dex started at. That's why I rock with Nikisha. Jocelyn says if there's going to be an attraction between Christina, aka Dex, the mole, I think it will start with Christina being outraged at him. Hmm. You know what they say, hate is not that far from love. Harry says, what garbage? Everyone says, Albert, will you be watching the Emmys Awards this year and what shows you want to win best writing and drama? Ron, I'm going to sit there and tell you something. I don't think there's going to be an award show. If it is, if they do, it's a tough one, Ron. Because my heart wants to then go with General Hospital. Their day structure is so much better. So I would probably have to go with days. If I'm going to be honest, I love GH. I just feel like they need to fix the structure. But to be fair, Ron, it's kind of a moot point because I don't think they're actually going to do it. General says I would love to see Christina go off Michael and Josh. Me too. Me too. Doga says, y'all are dragging folks tonight. Y'all sure this isn't? Nah, Dolly, because Dolly, we're gonna get it's gonna get extra in the members live stream this week. It's gonna get extra. Curry says Brina has 1,000 times more chemistry than Dot Johnson. Dex. Just says nah. Dex has okay. Just also says y'all just don't like Johnson. It's okay. Not sure how Josh is a thought dumb. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't really understand how she's a thought also. Apple is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Apple? Thank you for joining us. And I know I missed a chat like I normally do. Monique says, so what is Michael's plan if he takes Sonny down? His family is safe. He's willing to put his family in danger because of his exactly. None of that makes any. You are so right, Monique. On top of that, here's the thing I will sit there and say, Justin, everyone. If Jocelyn and Dex think that they can just ride off into the sunset, um, and Sonny not find out and plan a hit, y'all are crazy. Y'all are absolutely crazy. Yeah, Gemini, 50, well, 53, 56. Yeah, trust me. Like I said, I am generally surprised. I'm very happy though. I'm very happy, and since I'm on this bit of a high right now, yeah, Krista, it was definitely something else a little bit. Are you, seriously? Did you really just like? Okay. Generally says Brock said Jocelyn, Dex, and Mike are all delusional, and I 100% agree with that. I want to, come on, Jillian. He's the OG. Brock is the OG. Yeah. Shauna says, see, that's my. Let me have another drink before I say what I said. Now, I don't want to sit there and say that this is the number one soap chat on YouTube, but I will sit there and say that this is probably among the best soap chats on YouTube, and that's because of everyone here. So, if I have not said that enough, thank you. Well, Kyrie said, Darby gifted a membership. Darby, you goddamn rock star. Thank you, Darby. I was just there saying how this is the best soap chat because of everyone here. And Darby and Denise, Kyrie's, everyone that's here, the new people. This is why. This is why I would sit there and say, and it's not to disrespect to like Distant Days or anyone else. They're all great and stuff like that. But I feel like this is among the best soap chat because of everyone here. That's just the truth. Try to argue with me on this subject, not on whatever, on this subject. Now, Darby says, how did that happen if Mr. Gray? How did that happen? Is Mr. Gray have me bugged? I don't know. Jalen says, what gets me is Michael has that video, and I guess he doesn't realize that he would not only be taking Sonny down, but everyone else in that video. Yes. Yeah. Rick, the family friend that's always helped him out, you know? Nikisha Mason's supposed to be next week. Maybe Nathaniel will stop by the chat. Hopefully so. It's always great to sit there and have him in the chat. AKA Captain Inconvenience. Can't sit there and start naming that, but I'm gonna go with it though. I'm gonna go with it. Gemini says, and Dex is such an idiot because Pikeman knows him. He was in the warehouse. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm so glad that everyone in the chat can understand just how much of an acidine plan that he has. And it is acidine. Blackman says, why are you surprised? That means me in chat. Albert, you bring it every day. Albert, I agree with you on Soul Chat. Thank you. Thank you, Blackman. Not to sit there and toot my horn or anything like that. Paul says, have a go. Much love. Much love, Paul. I hope I get to see you next time. You've been gone for far too long, my friend. So I do hope I get to sit there and see you again. Now, Mr. Bear says I was waiting for Jimmy Walker to say Dynamite. I I'm glad that some people actually did enjoy that scene with Jimmy Walker and Deacon and whatever that kid's name was. I totally forgot. But I was just like, and Nikki said, what if Sonny did go to jail and Carly did too? Is Michael going to raise Donna? Well, let's be honest. The nanny's going to sit there and raise Donna. The nanny's going to raise Donna. Hell, let's be very crystal clear. If they didn't actually have if they didn't actually have an actor to play what you call it, oh, it's all good. It's all good, Paul. It's great to sit there and see your presence. If they didn't have an actor, it's always great to see your presence, Paul. So I'll be see you soon. If they didn't actually have an actor that played Wiley, we wouldn't see him either. The nanny would be sitting there taking care of that damn child. Okay, so Uh, Terrell says, "Gotta go. Good night. Good night, Terrell. Hope I get to sit there and see you in the next next live stream. So definitely come back." Jay Blue said Jimmy Walker's on. So yeah, he's on Ball and the Beautiful. He's on the Ball and the Beautiful, which yeah, I know. I love what I do. Yes. I'm glad people got a kick out of that. I'm like, I really just I was like, hope the hell help I hope somebody actually enjoyed that. Nikki said the point I'm making is that Michael didn't consider that he could make Donna grow up without his parents. He didn't consider any of that. But no, that's very true, Nikisha. He didn't consider any of that. He didn't consider a damn thing with that. Orbe says, I mean Terrell. Now Nikki said, do y'all see when Little Nas was on B&B, it was cringe. When was that? Yeah, he's on there for a little bit. Now Samuel says that Jimmy Walker was a mess. It was very Sambo-ish. I don't understand why B&B just can't write good stories for black characters instead of hiring a guest to be. Hmm. See, Samuel, why do you think I always sit there and give you such a warm welcome? You're on point with that. But yes, even though we will sit there and disagree like there's no tomorrow when it comes towards Nina and Carly, you always bring it, Samuel. Carrie says, I wonder what Willow's going to ask Nina tomorrow to stay away from her funeral. That was really funny. I wouldn't be too surprised if that was the case. Was last week. Oh, I didn't know who that was, Nikisha. Oh, I didn't know that was Lil Nas. Julian says Michael isn't thinking about anybody else's feelings when it comes to Sonny. He's just thinking about what he wants. Yep. He's a selfish SOB. Have a good night, Denise. Thank you again. You are amazing. Thank you. And Darby, you're also amazing. Thank you. Hope I get to see you in the next live stream, as always. Mr. Beer says, what Nas doing on BNB? Um, I don't know, being stupid. I have no idea what the hell his ass is doing on there. Um, hmm, I'd almost choke for that for a second. Hold on. Have a good night, Joyce. Thank you for joining us. Hope I get to see you tomorrow in the next live stream. Thank you, Jonathan, my rock star. Oh my God. Um, Johnson says the thing is, regardless of how Michael and Josh feel about Sonny, he still loves them and values them anything else, and his enemies know that, which makes them vulnerable targets. Yeah, he is not thinking about that. That's the thing that's so stupid. Yeah, Negation. Yeah. I didn't know who that was. Though. I just saw. Have a good night, Dave. I just saw James, whatever his name is, James Corbin or Corbin or something like that, which is his last year on as a host. Yes, he's not thinking. That's the thing, Jonathan. He's not thinking about that. Sonny gives them protection. Okay, if Sonny was not there to do what he did, do what he does, do you really think? Let's stop and think about that. When Michael approached Brad and was all up in his face and everything. Oh, thank you, Jonathan Corin. Corden. when he was in his face and he was putting his hands and he was getting all up in um Brad's face, you think if Miss Wu was not kind of nervous about Sonny, she wouldn't have probably had that man's legs broken into two pieces? Michael is one of those people that he doesn't understand how fortunate he is. You know, dude is a rich and somewhat affluent man or whatever. People would try him just because. And if it wasn't for Sonny, that would be his ass. Now, Mel says Jane Corden left after 8 years to go back to United Kingdom. Hmm. United Kingdom does actually seem like a cool place. I do want to try to take it. Oh, damn. Sammy says Jane Corden isn't even funny. Those seats only know it lows when. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When they had, what did they have? They had Cardi B on one of the Fast and the Furious movies. I was like, all right, come on, like, what are y'all doing? Rihanna says in the past, Carly was always there to bridge the gap between Sonny and Michael. Hmm, very interesting. No, you are 100% right about that. And we saw proof of that when Sonny was presumed dead and Cyrus targeted the family. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's very true. I'm like, bro, y'all. And what was Sonny? What was Michael gonna actually do? What was Michael gonna do? Kyrie says, I don't think Miss Wu truly scared Sonny. I think she's just playing the long game. Yeah, no, you're right. But I'm just saying in general, I don't think he would actually have that mojo to really go up in his face if it wasn't for Sonny. Krista says Michael and Willow now married isn't it up to Michael and Michael only to let others know about. Yeah, yeah, it does go back to they should have told Nina. They should have. Now, Monique says Michael won't change his name because the Corinthos name holds powers. He only uses the Quartermain name to appear good in the name of business. Monique, she's 100% correct. Correct, Amundo. Now, Jess says, why should they have told Nina? Because that's Nina's daughter. Listen, Jess. At the end of the day, regardless of whatever animosity that's going on between Carly and Nina and Willow, she deserves to know. Okay, she deserves to know. And that was a pretty crappy thing that Carly did. I'm gonna be honest. That was 100% a very crappy thing that Carly did. Everyone in this chat knows how I feel about Nina, but that was a pretty shitty thing to do. Just to be honest, it was. Regardless, put all that stuff aside. And as a mother, yeah, it's just like for so many reasons, it was just an ass thing to do. Have a good night, Monique. Hope you have a great day at work, and thank you for spending your break with us. I appreciate that. I do wholeheartedly. I appreciate that. Just said Carly deserved to know where her husband was at too. Yeah, I know, I know, and that's true. But this isn't. My whole thing is somebody's dying. This isn't the time for tip for tap. You know, this isn't the time for tip for tap. Unfortunately, um, as much as I like Carly, as much as I dislike Nina, Lars B says because it's a decent thing to do. You definitely said it, Laura B. Eagle Fang is in the chat. You should have told Nina there's something up with Willow. Carly's 100% wrong. I agree with that, Eagle Fang. I do. You're not wrong. Last day says I couldn't feel bad for Michael today because he did this to himself when telling Willow. You know, to some extent, yes, Laura B. I mean, yes, last day, but it's the disease. As much as here's the thing, last day, as much as I would love to sit there and blame what you call for that, that's on him. I mean, that's on the disease. I don't. As much as I'm not liking Michael right now, he doesn't just, he doesn't deserve to feel that type of guilt. First says, I gotta be honest, I wouldn't tell Nina ish either. I'm pretty. that is true. That is. Trust me, Kyrie. I know. I know how better you can be. That's why I always sit there and say, keep that same energy. Sammy says, Willow isn't there yet. The longest death ever. What are they waiting for? Contract negotiations. Just to put it mildly, contract negotiations. Hmm. J. Carr says, I don't really think Michael is mad about the breakup. It's like I said earlier, it's my comment. No, I don't. Well, I didn't see the comments, so my bad. J. Carly. Jimena says Albert Willow is sick, so Michael should have known. But no, that's very true. That's very true. I'm not sitting there saying like he didn't play his part. I'm just saying that she didn't wake up, and regardless of the situation, it's getting worse for her. You know. So rather, unfortunately, Jimena, it's one of those things where it's like rather they had that conversation or not, that disease would have still did its thing, and she still would have wound up in the hospital. You know. Barbie says, didn't Willow say that she wanted Nina in the loop? Yes, very true. That's very true. Jackson says they won't kill Willow. Here's the thing. For nothing else, but for the fact that Drew and everyone went through all this trouble to get um to have Willow still be alive. Yeah. WC says Brock asked when Willow's gonna die. She's been Well, yeah, I mean WC, what can you expect? What can you expect except for the OG Brock to say something like that? Eagle Fang says, like a great sensei once said, have no forgiveness, and heart suffers worse fate than death. Mr. Miyagi. Eagle Fang, are you looking forward to the final season of Cobra Kai? Gemini says Michael should have able his ish for Sonny. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that because I didn't understand why he felt like that was the right time to sit there and do that. Eagle Fang says Willa has had cancer for 10 years and she's lived and Valentine got a jab and he's that's very funny. And some level that's kind of true. Laura B says what she should have been told. I do too. I do too. And instead she has to sit there and find out from Sonny's hired help. And that's the thing, Laura B. That's why I sit there and I look at it. I'm like, listen, as much as I don't like Nina, I gotta sit there and be kind of balanced about that situation. Eager Fang says Albert Ross said the writers are on strike, so they are affected by it. I don't think there will be a season 6. Well, it was a fun ride. Well, let's be honest. Eagle Fang, they could. If these companies give these writers what they want, then there will be a season 6. There will be a season 6 if the companies get the writers what they want. So Eagle Fang, I'm a choose to sit there and be the optimist and have hope. Jimmy says that is true. When you have a broken heart, it will kill you faster. J. Carter says Sonny said when he comes after one of us, he comes after all of us, but he didn't do that when it came to Nina. She still hurt all his family. That's why Michael is hurt and mad. I get that. I had to get that, but you know, it's still kind of BS because Michael is upset about that, but he's not upset that he got over the fact that Sonny killed AJ. So it's just something we just can't forget. ZK's in the chat was good. ZK Johnson says, but Sweet Tooth was renewed for season 3. I got it. Well, you know what? Here's the thing I will sit there and say about that, Jonathan. depending on how long the strike goes, there will be some stuff we'll be catching up to. So I'll tell you that much. What's good, ZK? Thank you for joining. Eager Fink says all the kids look like college students or adults, and Martin Cole is nearly 80 years old. That is the biggest concern. Yeah, no, that's true. Eagle Fang, I just trust me, Eagle Fang. I understand that you're laying out the facts. I just really love the show. So for me, on a mental level, I have to hold out hope against all the odds, against all the facts. I gotta hold out hope. I'm not saying that it's you're not right. I'm just saying I'm holding out hope. Shauna says it's amazing how Michael, every name but Nina, not have the same energy. Yeah. Jalen says Hope Willow tells Michael to hope. I feel like that's gonna wind up happening. And yet no, Jonathan actually did. When I went on Netflix today, I actually did. Um oh, Jonathan, there's another show. I want to know if you watched it because I actually put that on my list also. I think it's called Death Love Robot. I don't know if you heard of that show, but I want to watch that also. So I put that on my list as well. I have so many shows to sit there and watch on Netflix. It's ridiculous. Listen, again, I hope that these writers get what they want because they do work very hard. I'm just saying, for a little bit, I'm gonna be okay. You know, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be somewhat okay, entertainment wise for me. And hell, in all reality, I feel like I'll be okay with the live streaming as well. But I'll take it what they want. Eagle Fang says, Watch Willow does some surgery that makes her forget the memories and stuff. Wouldn't that just be funny though? On some level, Eagle Fang, wouldn't that just be kind of funny? Um, Gemini says, "Well, Willow will definitely tell Michael to destroy the evidence against Sonny and move on." Yeah, I feel like that's what's going to wind up happening. But then, hmm, Justin says, "First time I heard about that." I don't know. I saw how it looked a little bit. It looked like it was interesting. That show that you recommend is definitely on my list. Which I actually put up this afternoon. Last day says, "How long has Willow been dying for now?" So it was like, it's definitely been a hot minute. It's definitely been a hot minute. Jay Carly says he didn't grow up with AJ as his father, and AJ did talk bad about his parents, even though it made Michael uncomfortable. Michael told AJ that much. Jalen says Michael has been more focused on taking Sonny down than Willow, which is ridiculous. Yeah, unfortunately, it is something just called plot. Unfortunately, Kyrie says, and again, that's my default when I think of Nina. Jocelyn, damn sure wouldn't tell Brooke Logan, but in real life, I just mind my business more than likely, or send a quick text. Yeah, I felt like it was just unnecessary. I felt like they should have did the right thing. They said you're still going, LOL. Yeah. Some people came up in the chat, so I want to sit there and talk for like another 5 minutes. CK says Willow body is breaking down, so it should be soon. But yeah. Just as it would be interesting if they kill Willow, but I hope she lives. I feel like at this point, if they did all this stuff to get Willow to live and they just decide to kill her off, I would be pissed off. Not because I'm a huge fan of Willow, but because all the work that they actually did to get this girl to live. ZK says Nina should confess to Sonny. She should tip her. Yeah, ZK, she should, but we're talking about Nina now. Come on, ZK. When it comes towards Nina, it's like you're expecting too much. Also, what I should sit there and say as well is that I'm putting on a new video for members only, and it's going to be kind of a twist. It's going to be kind of a twist. When you watch the video, you'll understand. So I also sit there and say it's because I know in the notifications sometimes it doesn't give people notifications for some odd reason. So I want to sit there and tell people firsthand, for members, I'm putting on a new video after I'm done with this live stream. Yes, ZK, it would make it a little more easier on her. But it's Nina we're talking about. Eagle Fang says Michael with his insane talk about taking Sonny down, just stop. Sonny lives in your head rent free. And that's true, Eagle Fang, just like Nina. Carly lives in her head rent free like there's no tomorrow. Um Eagle Fang says, need sleep, wanted to stop by to say hello. Have a good night. Have a good night, Eagle Fang. Thank you for joining us as always. It is a pleasure to see you in the chat. Hope I get to see you tomorrow. And Nikisha, pray for me. My daughter was just talking to me about thirst trap tweets. Nikisha, I will definitely pray for you tonight before I go to bed. Mm. Yeah, Nikisha. You're a strong woman, Nikisha. That's all I'm gonna sit there and say about that. You are a very, very, very strong woman. Johnson says tomorrow is the conference. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be epic. DC is in the chat. Let's everyone say what's up to DC. DC, how you doing tonight, my friend? Just said sucks if Holly is the one to kill Victor. I wanted it to be Valentine. Well, yeah, but Jess, when you really think about it, he did kidnap her son and was going to auction him off to death. So, Autumn. So it kind of it in some ways it is kind of poetic justice. Autumn says, "I hope this Sonny and Michael storyline ends soon, so it can all be a family again." Have a good night, Jay Blue. Thank you for joining us as always. It is so great to see you in the chat. You have a great night. Julian says, I saw one comment about this that somebody said Eric shows Sherstein turned them on. Huh? Now DC says I'm scared for the followers that will unfold in his chat tonight. um, well, you came in at a late time, DC, so I think you're fine. I think you're fine. But again, that's why DC doesn't. That's why DC hasn't really been in a lot of the live streams. Now Johnson says, unfortunately, when Victor Pathogen story ends, we're going to be a villain short. Yeah, but I can't say it. Never mind. uh, all I can sit there and say is, Jonathan, is that it's going to get good. That's all I can sit there and say. It's going to get good. So just keep watching. Stay tuned, as my friend um, James like to say. Wow. That alcohol hit me so fast. I only had one drink. I'm so disappointed. At that. Now Jillian says, I guess when Victor leaves, they will bring another villain in. They have to. They have to. They have to. But like I said, like I always sit there. Well, like my friend James like to sit there and saying, "Stay tuned." Lorby says the mystery boss lady is on the mix. Johnson says, unfortunately, they reveal Austin mystery boss. Now Johnson says, unless they reveal Austin mystery boss, maybe Faith Roscoe. Hmm. I'm just saying. Stay tuned. Stay stay tuned. J. Carter says, I think it should be Laura who kills Victor. After all these years, she will finally free of those Cassidines. You know, J. Carly, I'll find that interesting as well. Laura B says, in the force on the east side that Jennifer Smith mentioned. Carrie says the writers better continue the momentum after we're done with Victor. We got other stories to get to. The boss, Nicholas' reappearance, Tyler's finger crossed. Gladys needs to get hers too. I agree with every single sentence that you said, Kyrie. ZK says maybe Cyrus will be back as next villain. One can only hope, ZK. And you know, here's the thing, ZK. If they do get him back, hopefully he won't be doing all these. I just want him back as the bad villain that we all know and love, and not whatever villain that they turned him into. Darby says there's no such thing as a good Cassadine. Laura B says hopefully one of them will be good. Oh, okay. Hmm. The problem is it gets to a crossroads when you sit there and you look at that because if all the Cassadines, if any new Cassadine comes on, it's just like, oh, okay, they're going to be bad because they're a Cassadine. But if they're not bad, then it's kind of disappointing. Harry says, I hope that Cyrus' mother, Florence, forgives him. I don't care how horrible he is. I hate the way she treated him. Hmm. I agree with that, Tim. I do. For so many reasons that I'm not going to get into. But yes. Have a good night, Apple. Thank you for joining us. It's always great to see you in the live streams. Have a great night, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. It's always good to have you in the chat. Now, as much as I love um, doing this tonight, I was actually supposed to sit there in the live stream like 30 minutes ago. I was supposed to legit in the live stream like 30 minutes ago, but I just have too much fun doing this. But yeah, with that being said, I think I'm going to sit in the live stream right here. You people in the chat, y'all definitely make this among the top soap opera live streams that we have on YouTube. And that's y'all. That is all y'all. I'm just a host of this whole thing, but it's everyone here that makes this the top live stream. So I'm gonna sit there and say I'm gonna sit there and toot my own horn for a minute and just say that because I feel like it's true. And I respect all the other live streamers, Distant Days and James and all those other people, but I would sit there and say that we are among the best. Okay, screw it. We are the best. We are the best. Point blank, period. I said it. Come at me. Julian says if Nicole is pregnant, what do you think will be the father? I feel like it's going to be Eric. I feel like it's going to be Eric. Just because. Krista says, isn't Sonny responsible for making a deal with Mr. Wu getting Brad released and Michael is not aware? He's not. No, I thought he was aware. Have a good night, Gemini. Have a good night, Anna B. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Laura B. Ariana says, "Good night, Albert. We are the champions, my friend. We are. We are. It's just the truth. Listen, like I said, my hat goes off to Edition Days and James and stuff like that. But we are the best. Sorry, not sorry." Harry says, "Good night, Jillian. Good night, Mel. Good night, Jess. Good night, Albert. Good night, Darby. Good night, Laura. Laura. Good night, DC. Good night, Nikisha. Good night, everyone else. Good night, my friend. Thank you for joining as always. Jay Carly, this is fun. Have a good night. Jay Carly, it was actually really good to see you in the live stream. Always, I see you in the comment section, but it was really great to see you in the live stream. So hopefully I get to see you again. Have a good night, Jillian. I am enjoying you being in the live stream, so I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Have a good night, Valerie. Have a good night, Jess. Have a good night, Queen Nikisha. It is always great to see you in the chat. Jillian says, "How long do you give Sheila to escape?" Well, I don't think she's going to escape. I think Jack is going to sit there and represent her because it's B&B and it's stupid. And I just feel like she's going to get out. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow, Jillian. Thank you for, I'll put that in my notes. But it was great to see you, Jillian. I hope I get to see you tomorrow. Double C, have a good night. We are the unsung heroes of soaps. Double C, I'm going to sit there and say right now, we are the #1 soap chat. Point blank, period. And that's just how it is. I'm sorry, everyone else. I know y'all great and y'all all great in your own rights. It is what it is. I hope anyone doesn't take offense to that. Have a good night, Double C. Darby, you are amazing. How many chat mates did we have tonight? I'm not too sure, but I was also drinking a lot. So, but I knew the people that we had in the chat, the chat mates, the members, and I appreciate them. And I appreciate you as well, Darby. Cameron says, "Have a good night, Albert, and good night to everyone." The best live chat, yes, yes. We are going to go with that confidence. God damn it! It's the last thing I do. Sorry. Have a good night. Last day. Keep up the amazing work that you're doing. You are killing it, and I cannot be any prouder. Okay, good, Jillian. I look forward to seeing you then. Johnson says, "Join us again for another soap edition of Join us for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic." Yes, thank you, Jonathan, my rock star. You're amazing. Have a good night, Jonathan. Yeah, 33 people. ZK, at some point, we're at 60. We're at 60. Yes. Gemini, we were at 60 at one point. Like I said, we are growing. So, before you leave the chat, share this video. Share this video. We are the best, and I want everyone to know it. That is just how it is. And it's not a knock at anyone else before anyone sits there and say, "Oh, Albert Smith, they're growing a big head." And I appreciate everyone here, and it's everyone here that makes this chat so great. Everybody says, "Okay, good night, everyone. Have a happy Cinco de Mayo." Oh, that's what it is tomorrow. Okay. I will celebrate that with my damn latte tomorrow. Have a good night, Jess. Miss Key, hey, guess I have to catch the replay. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Key. I am sorry. I was supposed to leave earlier, like within an hour, but everyone kept coming in. So, I had to sit there and chat with everyone now. But, yes. Hit the share button, share it on Instagram, share it on Twitter, share it on whatever social media platform that you're on. I'm going to have to do that as well because we are going. And hit that like button on the way out. Hit that like button on the way out. 60 people with a lot of people in this chat. We have no idea who's gonna be in tomorrow's chat. We may have 70 people, we may have 80 people, but we are getting these people in, and it's because of everyone in this chat. So, yes. And thank you for everyone for helping me grow this channel. So, yeah. Have a good night. Yes, well, of course, last day, you were killing it. Lawanda says, I'm late, but next time, have a good night. Lawanda? I hope that's actually how you pronounce your name. Please tell me that's how you pronounce your name. I hope I do get to see you tomorrow, though, because we're going to be getting into it. We're going to be getting into all of it. Yes, okay. Have a blessed night, everyone. Good night. Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Share the video if you so choose to, because that will help. It really will. Hit the like button on the way out, because it does actually help. We're growing. We're growing. I sit there and say we are the #1 live stream soap opera chat. I believe that. I stand by that because of everyone here. And yeah. Lawanda says you said correct. Yes. Lawanda, I am bad with names, so I do have to sit there and kind of give myself somewhat of a pat on the back. If when you're in the chat long enough, you realize how many times I butcher the hell out of people's names. So got that name right. All right, everyone. Have a great, safe night. See everyone tomorrow. Hit the like button on the way out. And yeah, laters.